We're here in Richmond, Virginia for the fourth race of the 2002 IROC season, the Richmond 100. Eric Snow's on the pole and 2 is outside. It is John West. And third we have Keon Rowley. Also you have Jake Moss, Christian Merrick Jr., James Gamble Jr., the points leader, Andrew Crouch, Nicholas Grant, Lee Bright, Coconut Bouchard, Alex Stewart, and Brandon Ramos round out your 12-car field. So the pace car is in. Eric Snow leads to the green flag, and it's out. Green flag is in the air. We're at Richmond racing. That was a very awkward start there, as you saw. It was a pretty spread out start. Jake Moss trying to clear Eric Snow, and he'll lead lap number 1 by half a car length. They're 3 wide further back. Here comes Lee Bright trying to make moves up to the front. Keon Rowley in the 8 stuck up high. They're still 3 wide. Jake Moss clears for the race lead, but has Christian Merrick Jr. running him down. They're getting tight back there with Keon Rowley. It's getting close here at Richmond. Merrick has gained on Moss and looks to the inside. Eric Snow trying to follow him through. Contact 3 wide at the stripe. Merrick will lead. Lee Bright has joined this battle. He's up to 4th. Look at that 12 car. Buries it down to the bottom lane. Has a run 2 cars into the wall. That was John West and the 4 Brandon Ramos. James Gamble Jr. your points lead almost wrecked. Lee Bright has the race lead at the front. And now here comes Christian Merrick Jr. Nicholas Gratton has found his way also to the front. He's up to the 2nd position. Looking for more off turn number 4. Makes some contact. Side by side up at the front. Some great racing at Richmond. Gratton slides up. Almost wrecked. He and Christian Merrick Jr. and Eric Snow says, I'll take that position. And goes right on by, and Jake Moss follows him through. These front 5, I feel like they're going to be pretty much the same the whole race. As drag race to the line. Jake Moss gets at the stripe. He stole it from Eric Snow there. Snow thought he had it, but Jake Moss is like, nope, that's mine. And he took it. Christian Merrick Jr. grabs 2nd. Whoa, Lee Bright! These guys are on edge every lap. Merrick Jr. slid up. Nicholas Gratton has a chance to get to the race lead. Didn't want to make it 3 wide. Moss still leads. But here comes Christian Merrick Jr. Buries it down to the corner. Merrick takes the race lead as Jake Moss falls back. Nicholas Gratton has gotten to 2nd. Battle for 3rd. Keon Rowley makes contact with Lee Bright. They're going up the track. Into the wall almost. I don't know how they saved that. Lee Bright's still in the wall. Keon Rowley up the track with Jake Moss now. What type of racing is this? This is wild. Meanwhile, up front, Nicholas Gratton is battling with Christian Merrick Jr. Contact between the 2 leaders. Some great racing up at the front. Nicholas drove it in hard. Will clear Merrick off of turn number 2. Slides up. Merrick didn't have enough room to do the crossover because Eric Snow was coming in that 5 car. Snow now slides up. Makes some contact. They're still making contact. All sorts of beating and banging. Brandon Ramos. We haven't talked about him at all today. He's up into the top 5. Looking for more. Snow and Christian Merrick get to the wall. Saw that coming. They were diving into each other. They would come up, but that time it just didn't work for him. Nicholas Gratton's pole weight just a little bit of lead. Brandon Ramos, however, is to 2nd. Here comes Andrew Crouch up to 3rd. Your points leader, James Gamble Jr. is back in 12th. Not the day he's wanted. Bouchard into Andrew Crouch. Almost a wreck again. Jake Moss gets back to 3rd. Maybe even to 2nd. This is a wild race. Lee Bright's coming back up to the front after nailing the outside wall on the front straightaway. Up to 4th, looking for 3rd this time, maybe even going for 2nd. Moss slides up. Here comes Lee Bright. to take that second position. Who's that way onto the bomb? It's none other than Christian Merrick Jr. Lee Bright goes up the track. Merrick Jr. couldn't take advantage because he had Brandon Ramos to his inside. Here comes Alex Stewart in that 10. Haven't talked about him at all. He's up here into the top 5, looking for more. Oh, Ramos almost wrecked himself there. Alex Stewart's coming up to the front. As you see right there. These guys up front, though, trying to run down Nicholas Gratton, and they are just a little bit. They are in Gratton's draft. Lee Bright had a weird entry into the corner, got really tight. It's going to let Brandon Ramos take advantage of that and try to get to second. And now they have caught Nicholas Gratton. This is a race from here on out. Gratton up the track. Brandon Ramos hugs that yellow line and gets to the race lead. Alex Stewart trying to follow him through. He'll do it. Jake Moss is also coming. Here comes the 2 of Andrew Crouch. Not many laps left. Under 10 to go. Big races. Here comes Moss. He'll take the race lead off turn number 2. All but 2 cars are in this pack. 10 cars have a shot to win. And one of them will. There's contact everywhere. They're 3 wide for third. Andrew Crouch is side by side with Moss for the race lead. Alex Stewart in the middle. Brandon Ramos up top. All the way down to the bottom. It's Eric Snow. Still 3 wide. Stewart goes through the middle. They sort that out. Stewart will get down line third. Snow goes up the track. Stewart for second. 7 laps of racing to go. Andrew Crouch has a good lead, but can he hold on to it? He has some hungry drivers by him. Alex Stewart's coming. Keon Raleigh's coming. Christian Merrick Jr. back up to this battle. Eric Snow stuck up top. Here comes Alex Stewart. 6 laps of racing to go. Christian Merrick Jr. for third. Can't count him out either. Look at Alex Stewart. Gets underneath that 2 car for the race lead. Down the back straightaway. 5 to go this time. And once they take 5 to go, if the caution comes out, the race is over. Merrick Jr. to the bottom for the race lead. 5 laps of racing to go. This race is official. If the caution comes out, the race is over. Coconut Bouchard will take advantage of 2 cars going up the track. Dooring each other down the back straightaway. Jake Moss looking for a late race charge. Lee Bright takes it 3 wide to the bottom. He knows that's his shot to win. Alex Stewart in the middle with 3 wide. He's trying to back out of that and get back down to the bottom. Lee Bright trying to clear Jake Moss. They're making contact for the race lead. Slows them both up. Alex Stewart's coming back up to the front. 3 laps to go. This is some great racing up at the front. They're not wrecking doing it. Lee Bright takes the lead. Alex Stewart clears for second. Andrew Crouch is third in case the front 2 get to balance and fall back. 2 laps to go. Can they make it 1.5 miles without wrecking? It may seem like a lot to do, but these guys are very talented. Side by side for the race lead. Lee Bright and Alex Stewart. Does that bring Nicholas Gratton into the battle? Coconut Bouchard trying to come up to the front. Lee Bright up the track. Keeps second. White flag for Alex Stewart. One more time around Richmond. 3/4 of a mile left. But if he overdrives the corners, Lee Bright's there. Here comes Bright. Gets to the inside. It's a drag race through 3 or 4. Nicholas Gratton will make it 3 wide. Off of the corner, Lee Bright, Nicholas Gratton. I think Bright got it. Lee Bright wins a close one at Richmond. By less than 0.02 of a second. Look at that. About the length of a wheel. That's all it was. You race 25 laps and it comes down to the length of a wheel. And Lee Bright gets it over Nicholas Gratton. A close race, a great race at Richmond. What a fantastic race. And Lee Bright joins Jeff Bray as a winner at Richmond. So Brights have won many here at Richmond. As you look at the finish results, Lee Bright gets it done over Nicholas Gratton, who finishes second by less than 2/100ths of a second. Alex Stewart 3rd, Coconut Bouchard 4th, Keon Riley 5th, Eric Snow in 6th, Christian Merrick Jr. 7th, Jake Moss 8th, Andrew Crouch 9th, Brandon Ramos 10th, John West 11th, and your points leader James Gamer Jr. probably won't be the points leader anymore as he finishes last place. Disappointing for him. Congratulations to Lee Bright on a great victory here at Richmond, and he gets to the points lead. If you look at the point standings, there it is. It's not by much, though. Lee Bright has the points lead after a win, but it's only by 4 points over Eric Snow, who is 2nd. James Gamer Jr. is only 7 back in 3rd. In 4th, Christian Merrick Jr., he's only 14 back. Coconut Bouchard is 5th, he's only 21 back. Andrew Crouch is only 32 back in 6th. Jake Moss, 34 back in 7th. Nicholas Gratton is 8th. 9th, Alex Stewart. 10th, Keon Riley. 11th, Brandon Ramos. And John West rounds out the points field in 12th. So my, oh my, going into the final race, there's going to be about 5 drivers that have a realistic shot at winning the championship. That's going to be an awesome race. Can't wait to see that one. Wow, that was intense at Richmond. I have to catch my breath after that, because the next race and the final race of the season, the Homestead 100 Homestead Boy with the 2003 IROC race from Richmond coming up. See you guys then.